Did you know that over 60% of Americans now support a more balanced approach to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict? That's a staggering number, and it sets the stage for what went down at a recent rally in Chicago. Recently, Kamala Harris took the stage at the United Center for a rally that was supposed to be all about uniting and energizing supporters. But things took a sharp turn when pro-Palestinian protesters showed up, making their voices heard loud and clear. Tensions were already high leading up to this rally. The pro-Palestinian protesters were there to demand recognition and action regarding the ongoing issues in Palestine. They were not just there to vent their frustrations, they were there to challenge the political status quo and hold leaders accountable. With the backdrop of escalating violence and humanitarian crises in the region, their presence was both a protest and a plea for change. The rally was meant to be a celebration of political unity, but it quickly became a battleground for differing opinions on U.S. involvement in the Middle East. To understand the protesters' motivations, we need to look at recent events in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The escalation of violence, particularly recent military actions, has left many feeling that the U.S. isn't doing enough to advocate for human rights in the region. Protesters carried signs demanding an end to U.S. military aid to Israel, reflecting a growing sentiment among younger Americans who want to see a shift in how their government engages with the conflict. They voiced their grievances not just against foreign policy, but also against what they perceive as a lack of compassion and urgency from political leaders. This rally wasn't just about Kamala Harris, it was about a much larger conversation that many feel is being ignored. The moment that really stood out was when the protesters confronted Kamala Harris directly. As she spoke about unity and progress, the crowd erupted with chants demanding her attention. The exchange was intense, with protesters passionately expressing their frustrations, and Harris trying to maintain her composure while addressing their concerns. Cameras captured the back and forth, showcasing the emotional weight of the conversation. It was a pivotal moment that highlighted the growing divide in public sentiment regarding U.S. policy and the urgency for change that many feel is necessary. This confrontation not only marked a significant moment in the rally but also raised important questions about the future of political discourse around Palestine in America. The impact stretched beyond just that event. It shows that the voices calling for justice and recognition are becoming harder to ignore. As tensions continue to rise, we're likely to see more of these confrontations in the future, signaling a shift in how political leaders engage with these critical issues. What do you think about the protesters confronting Kamala Harris? Do you believe that these kinds of actions help bring attention to important issues? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to keep up with more discussions like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.